2023 Porsche Esports Canada journey came to an end. It's time to pick it up once again. Green flag in hand, and Charles-Etienne Boucher gets the 2024 Porsche Esports Sprint Challenge Canada campaign underway with a tidy launch through the opening corner. Kondaccioglu's already been swarmed by Logan Pacha as we rise now and descend in towards turn 2. A long sweeping left-hander, and with tires still coming up to temperature, side by side for fourth position, Justin Rem and Brody Goebel trying to figure out amongst themselves as one car off and into the grass.
Oglu going into the final corner, Justin Rem diving it through, and now we've got a big gap between second and third.
But with the draft, still a chance for them to close back up. Kondaccioglu in that Popa machine, I think, was into the wall for a second. Watch the rejoin as he filters back into 11th. But end of lap 1, are we about to see a two-car train break away? Two incidents then to watch on the opening lap. I mean, just look at all of this. It's pretty crazy as you just ride on board with Arnaud Genest. He's got Romain Faux up the inside and pushing his way on forward. What a great move that was from the Porsche Centre Vaughan 21. And now I'm sure Genest is going to have to watch because another car will try and take advantage. Etienne Leger from the back, already up 7 positions, up the inside. Genest side by side. Now, are they going to be 3 wide off the corner? Surely not. They decide to think better of it. But there was one car running wide. It's Kondaccioglu that's got to give up the ghost. I mean, this is great, Lewis. They've now lost 2 seconds to the top 10 up front. Justin
Rem's managed to build up one of the bit second gap to Booth.
There's a look at what happened to Patrick Mason, by the way, on the opening lap, just out wide and no real chance to really hang on to it. This is what happened, though, to Kondaccioglu through turn number 1, and there was contact before they even got there.
Was there contact behind as well from the car on the rear, I wonder?
Was that Brody Goebel?
I think so, and I think there might have been contact there. I think there might have been a bit of a push. It's going to be a very hard one to see. We'll ride on board with Goebel. So, no. Yeah, the contact between Goebel and Kondaccioglu, that's an aftermath thing. There's nothing Goebel could have done in all that.
Position, and you always wonder at a place like this, is it running a bit wide? Is it by himself? I think the answer to both of those questions is yes.
Oh, that's painful. That is painful. It's like running up towards Church at Thruxton.
Will come good. 3 cars split by a quarter of a second as they come through the penultimate corner. Justin Rem up the inside.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see if there's going to be contact here. I don't think so, but typically the outside line, you do get some more speed. We've seen that before. Obviously, Boucher is trying to give a little bit of slipstream to Rem to make sure they're side by side going through the first corner. This could be a big moment for Boucher if they keep the side by side up, if he's able to break the slipstream. I think once he's got past about 7 or 8 tenths of a second, that's where we're in that golden money, and we're around that 7/10 margin at the moment. There'll be just the smallest bit of slipstream as Rem's gone off.
He's made a small mistake in going off to the grass, and will he pay a big price in losing the draft?
Mistakes, I can see Rem hanging on to that position and not causing, or you're not really going either way, one way or the other. There's some big sends in the back. Oh my goodness me, that was silly.
Ooh, and then I think there's going to be some slight, no, not arc braking. I think that's probably the wrong way to put it, but cars just coming through an incidental contact. This was Romain Faux and Nicky Borovich. Patrick Mason's eventually had to take a trip down pit lane. These two I don't think we'll need to do so, but a hop, skip, and a jump over the curb, and then cars going driver's left-hand side to avoid. They won't be too thrilled about that. Around, will it work? We'll have to keep an eye on it, but for the meantime, let's turn our attention back towards the front, because there's about to be a very big smile on the face of this man, Mr. Bouclador, and the Golden Locks are on top to kick off the campaign. What a victory, what a drive, and Lewis, let's go see what happens in the fight behind.
Yeah, Ross Booth, Brody Goebel switching positions as well. So clearly Ross Booth gave it a go on Enzo Johansson and lost out on all that. We'll see.
Porsche Esports Carrera Cup Canada. Boucher victorious by 1.2 seconds as Porsche Lozon start back on top here after winning, of course, in the Constructors' Championship in 2023. Logan Pacha put up a strong fight, but the Porsche Prestige driver second in his 911 machine. The 718 of Justin Rem third way, and we're ready to go. 40 minutes thrown onto the Tag Heuer timing clock, and wow, already almost 3-4 wide at the line. A bit of a checkup as the green flag dropped, but Corona will lead them. Romagnolo second, and Ellis and Lasciariti tucking into third and fourth respectively. Finally a move up the inside, but an offensive look from Alex Ellis, just trying to keep off those from behind having looks. We're going to get 23 drivers staying out of the grass for the most part through the first couple of corners. Inside, Bergeron's going to go for it. Not a block pass necessarily, gives the room to Ellis on the outside, who's done some racing in Formula cars in the real world. Now, can he out-drag through turn 1 with Gagnon Renault closing from behind? Top 3 starting to stretch their legs. A very similar situation to what we saw in the Porsche Esports Sprint Challenge just a few moments ago.
That will definitely be damaged. I would say that car's probably not driving normally, but to be fair, he might not even realise exactly what's gone wrong. Here comes to the outside, though, Dylan Cole.
That's a good look, but even with the damage, Richard Hibbs clearly has enough grip to hold on. The Porsche Centre Richmond car even now switches it back, and what a wonderfully executed move that was from Cole to get forward in the 71. Now, who will follow through?
Brush, get some of the sweat out of the way from Ulay there as Hibbs is going to go back on the attack. Yeah, I don't like the look at this.
Oh no, I really don't like the looks of this, but that's also because they're better drivers than I think we are. They finally get it sorted out. One car off in the rear end, just stepping around. That was Tuccarone. Everyone else was going to get through safely until they weren't.
Yeah, and so Hibbs, that car is basically ticked off. I think there's a couple of other ones in there. Oh my goodness me, that is enormous from Bergeron.
Was that a technical issue?
It's on the, yeah, as soon as you get on the brakes, that car's going to let go. We'll look at the first bit first.
Well, really, it's what happened afterwards with Richard Hibbs, because I want to know how he ended up being perpendicular to the track.
Yeah, I'm going to assume there might be just... Oh, no, there's just contact there, right? And yeah, a little bit. It's so light. And just nothing really those coming through could do.
Hoverson trying to almost do NASCAR style side drafting is up towards the S as we work. This Mario Andretti straightaway, it's not straight, and so this is where it gets dangerous. Ellis tries to cut back underneath. Hoverson commits the long way around. Now, you can't sail these cars too deep into the corner. Eventually, you've got to wind them down and slow it down, but still running door to door through the final corner. It is Gagnon Renault with the advantage. Hoverson now on the outside and watching as Ellis fires it on through.
T3 up towards 4 now. There's going to be side-by-side and some door banging.
I mean, this is the perfect perspective to ride, isn't it? Just the camera car, Josh Manalo in towards Moss corner, door slam shut, and Hoverson, you could see out of sorts for a moment, just slowed it down even more to be able to get the car rotated, not too much understeer to speak of. Yes, as possible, that margin within a tenth of a second, and almost bumper to bumper contact. Romagnolo's off and into the tires.
5 minutes left to go. Just a solo mistake.
Alex Ellis and Josh Manalo fighting out of the final corner in the live pictures, but we'll grab a couple of looks at this. A big mistake from Romagnolo, and we're talking stakes in the championship, right? That's going to be a frustrating one. Another look off board, we'll grab a look on board as well, but you can just see once the car went deep into the corner, I don't really think there was much to be done. Still got side by side. I mean, everywhere you look, drivers trying to fight. It's Bartley and Crusoe that are making door-to-door contact through the Mario Andretti straightaway. Tires that have done plenty of racing, and racing side by side down through into Moss corner. Roulet and Crusoe side by side. Dylan Cole watching behind and trying to figure out how he can stay out of it and take advantage as we sweep back onto the back straightaway. Oh, here we go. Cole's alongside, and now he'll have the inside if he sticks there. Down through the outside of the long left-hander. I mean, you can carry a bit more speed if you're feeling brave, but that's the risk. Wheel-to-wheel contact, and fortunately, both not in the wall. One driver that's not had to, well, be in any sort of trouble. It'll be Andrew Carone, still searching for the championship, but what a way to kick off the hunt. Wiping off the sweat and winning the very first round of the Porsche Esports Carrera Cup Canada in fascinating style at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Some post-race reactions, starting with Andrew Carone, race winner for Porsche Centre Reeves Sud. That margin of victory grows to 6 seconds at the end. Giuliano Romagnolo, second, and maybe going to be wondering what if that mistake hadn't come. Defending champion Antoine Lacharite able to get off on a solid footing with a podium finish. Ian Gagnon Renault, Gregory Hoverson, Josh Manalo, Savio Penicia, Christopher Cook, and then Alex Ellis dropping to 9th, just in front though of Nathan Bartley. Biggest mover of the day, actually tied with Christopher Cook